Well, hello there. So, this is now number 6, I believe. So, I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to this is in my old house that I talked about yesterday. Another thing, okay, so there's a lot of things that used to happen there. So we had a dog. I believe we had, yeah, I think I had 2 dogs at the time. Whatever. I don't even honestly remember if it was, we called her Peaches or if it was Chato. I used to have a chow and I had a little, like, kind of runt, part poodle, and I don't even know what other kind of dog. But anyways, so the dogs would like bark in the middle of the room at something, just like right smack in the middle. And then they would bark in the middle and just, I mean, like growl, bark, like severe. Sorry, I had to switch my hand. Like severe, like, and then let's say an object was standing right there in the center. They would spin around it, that specific object. And it freaked me out because, they say dogs can obviously see things and whatever. So I was scared and I was just like, you guys, stop it. And I would yell at them to quit it because it was freaking me out. And I'm like, oh, they could see something that I can't. And so that would happen. Of course, we would hear noises here and there and whatever. And so one time I was in the kitchen and I was washing. I was washing dishes. And then I think I moved and I was, so right off where my sink was, or where the sink was in the kitchen, right next to it was the laundry room. And I had walked over, but there wasn't a door to close it off. It was just like a little walkway and you walked in there. And I was going to start a load or something. I don't know, but there was a window that shined. How do I explain this? I don't know how to explain this. Here's the sink, right? There's a window that you face and look out of. And then behind you is like the main door. Well, shit. I'm tongue-tied. There was no window that shined from behind me, okay? There was only a window in front of me. There was no shadow. There was no brightness that was coming from behind me, okay? Because I was facing the window, the only window in the kitchen. So when I was walking to the left, basically I was facing the window and I walked to the left. That's where the laundry room was, and I put in a load of clothes there. And when I was kind of like, just facing, loading the washer, I noticed that there was a shadow that walked by like this. Like, you could see this shadow right there on my face because I'm blocking it. And it happened like 2 or 3 times. And then I'm like, wait a minute. How is there a shadow passing me when the sunlight is shining this way and it's coming from behind me, which means, because at first I thought it was like a cloud coming over, like I thought it was a cloud that was like blocking the sun. You know how that happens when the sun covers the sun and then it kind of dims a little and then right away the sunlight comes back. In a way, that's kind of what I was thinking was happening. And then I realized, wait a minute, the glare from the window isn't even coming from there. It's coming from behind me, and there's nothing behind me that could be doing that. So I was like, what the heck? So all of a sudden I turn around, and when I turn around, this was in, I don't even know, I want to say the late 80s, early 90s. And back then, we had a telephone just hanging on the wall, hanging on the side of the wall, and then it had a long cord from the floor all the way down. Okay, so it had a really long cord, and this cord, it's a normal phone cord. This cord, when I turned around, this cord was hanging up in the air. It was almost like someone was holding this cord, okay, And then all of a sudden, just as soon as I turned around and looked at this cord, and I like turned around and looked at it, the cord, it was like it was being held, like waiting till I turned around kind of deal. And as soon as I turned around and I saw it, it was like if something just went like that, and the cord fell from like my height, if you want to say, and then just dropped to the floor and then kept swinging back and forth. And I was like, holy shit, that just did not happen. And I was home alone. No one was there. No one was there. And I think I don't remember or not if my parents were still married or divorced at this time, but either way, I was the only one there. No one else was there. And I literally saw, legitimately, this cord being held up in the air by nothing, in space, and then in air, and then just whoop, dropped, and then it just kept swinging. Which, that swinging motion was about the time that I kept staring at it and thinking, did I really see that? But that swinging motion said, yeah, you did. And it kept swinging. And yeah, so that freaked me out. And you know what? I can't even remember what I did, how I spent the rest of my evening until somebody came home. I don't even remember if I went outside for a walk or something, because I was so freaked out. I was so like, I can't even remember what I did to cope. But anyways, so the moral of this story is cut cords, people. If you have it couldn't get clearer than that, right? Cell phone, you contact, call people. That's how you keep a cord going between somebody, right? So if someone's no good for you, if someone is, you know, you guys are done, it's over, or they're toxic, or whatever it may be, okay? Cut the damn cord. Cut that shit. Don't let it hang. Don't let it keep hanging around you, hovering over you, haunting you. Let it go. And also, same thing goes to keep in contact to those who you love. Aww. But anyways, that was it. Thank you. Have a nice night.